What's up, guys? Welcome into the Modern Christian Dudes podcast. My name is Jeremiah Johnson. If we haven't said it, we'll say it one more time. Happy New Year 2022, guys. We're 10 days in.
Awesome.
Yes. It's
I have
been
to sneeze already, guys.
it's been an interesting year already.
Okay, bouncing over right away. We have the whole crew. We have Funko Pro Greg Walden in the house.
What's up, guys?
And we have Big Ben, a.k.a. King Ranch Askew. And listen, right from the outset, we are dudes talking news, sports, and God, but I'm passionate about something today, Big Ben.
What's that?
It's been bothering me
ready.
since yesterday at roughly 5 p.m.
Oh, no.
And it is the issue of fat shaming. I believe fat shaming needs to stop in America, okay? It's not
Oh,
right.
yes.
It's not appropriate. So anyway, yesterday we were at our staff meeting. And, okay, I did not give Big Ben the name Big Ben because he's a fat person. It's because they're in our local town. There's Big Ben's Barbecue and then King Ranch. He has the truck and all these kind of things. So, and you know, there's guys named Tiny. They have Tiny because they're actually fat and reverse, naming or whatever you want to call that. So Big Ben is not Big Ben because he's fat and ugly and those kind of things. I didn't intend to say that, but my wife, we need to throw my wife under the bus today for fat shaming Big Ben, a.k.a. King Ranch Askew.
Rachel.
Yeah, we're talking about this school that we have, ministry school that Pastor H leads. My wife, Pastor Rachel, leads and oversees. We'll see if she listens to the show today, okay, my friends?
Yep.
So anyway, she's like, yeah, we have a new student. We're really excited about it. And I was like, oh, who is it? And she's trying to give me the name. And the person is like, yeah. I'm like, he's way bigger than Big Ben.
Yeah.
Or what did she say?
It makes me look small.
Yeah, she makes me look small. I'm like, wait a second. Are you saying he's fat or what? He's way bigger. I think she was fat shaming you in that moment.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't appreciate it.
It's okay if she was.
So all day yesterday, all I can think about is Pastor
I didn't
Rachel.
take it that way.
You didn't? Okay.
No, I really didn't.
I totally did.
He's just a big guy.
He's just a big
He's
guy. I mean, way bigger than Big Ben.
He's like a foot taller than I am. He's an intimidating person.
Okay.
He's the kindest guy ever.
Okay. So, anyway.
Anyway.
I don't think of you as a large man.
Yeah. And speaking of King Ranch, it's in the shop, man.
King Ranch is in the shop. The
It's in the
truck's
shop.
getting fixed. A little
fixed.
fender bender there.
Yeah.
Taco Town.
Bad
stuff happens
I
in
was
Taco
just
Town.
Sitting down, I just got a taco salad at Taco Town, and this lady comes in and says, "Hey, does anybody have a truck outside?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And she said, "Somebody hit it." The good thing is, though, they stuck around, and they did not drive away. So
that is good.
So I got her insurance. It's in the shop. I got a loaner, which is a Hyundai.
Okay.
Yeah, they tried to give me a Nissan, and I wouldn't have it. I said no. I said, "Do you have anything else?" He's like, "Well, we have that. Just came in. We have to clean it." I was like, "I'll wait."
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know. I just don't like Nissan.
So a lot of things going wrong in your life. You're fat. Your truck's broke down.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
it's just
The moral of the story is fat shaming is wrong. Okay. I mean, it's one thing to make fun of someone like Funko Pro for his spending habits or addictions, Funko Pops, aka GoPros, all those kind of things. But to fat shame someone, not appropriate. Come on, guys. And anyway, shout out to the ladies today. I'm wearing the Sherpa jacket right over here. If you happen to be watching Modern Christian Dudes Facebook Live, Live.
Kind of like a mix between Ric Flair and Carmen.
Yeah. There you go. Oh,
I have interviewed. He's been at this desk.
Yes.
Carmen has been at this desk. You realize that?
Yeah.
I have interviewed him.
what does Rachel think about Ric Flair? Because
she has no idea about Ric Flair. That's
okay,
for sure.
I was gonna say if she liked him, then putting those two together just makes you that much more attractive to her, right?
Yeah. And I am wearing the Joe Biden aviator glasses today. Shout out to President Joe Biden. So there you go.
He definitely listens.
All right. Dudes talking news, sports, and God. Let's get at it today. I think one thing we need to, isn't it weird as we turn to a new year that it seems people die? I'm like, I'm going to die. You're going to die. It's a sad thing. I'm not making light of it and making fun of it, but it's weird. People a transition of just a season and a new year.
Yeah.
And
It's like
maybe we're just more aware of it, or
I don't know.
a lot of people. But Bob Saget passed away. Did you guys get the information?
That was a
on
shocker.
that?
Yeah, it was a big shocker. He wasn't that old.
And two things he was famous for: Full House, which is really part of my upbringing in my life, a monumental TV show. Were you guys Full House fans?
Be honest, I wasn't a Bob Saget fan. To be honest with you.
The Huntress is a big fan.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah,
good. Still a good watch, And John Stamos looking as good as ever.
Oh,
if you go back and watch old
he
shows.
looks the same.
And then you got, what's her name? What was the lady? She went to jail.
Lori Laughlin or something.
I forgot.
Laughlin.
She went to jail.
She actually looks amazing too. So I guess it was a good thing to be on Full House show. It kept you young and vibrant.
What was weird about it is they said there's no foul play or anything. I don't know. I don't remember hearing anything of Bob Saget having any medical issues either. So they found him in a hotel room in Florida.
I said no. Maybe he made the Clintons mad or something. I don't know.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, maybe.
America's Funniest Home Videos. He was also known for, and that's where the evolution of things.
That's where I remember him.
Yeah, that was that was such a great show back in the day. America's, and now it's hosted. It's still hosted by the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air guy. So anyway,
Alfonso Rabano, or I can't remember pronounce his last name. I like the dude.
I'm not a big fan.
There's certain shows that are groundbreaking, and that was a groundbreaking show. America's Funniest Home Videos. Bob Saget. Great host, because then the follow-up guy who was like the host for Dancing with the Stars, that guy, not a fan of him.
Yeah, he's not really that funny.
I'll take Alfonso, but Bob Saget, definitely the man. So rest in peace and to his family, and we hope he was a follower and lover of Jesus. I was disappointed. He was kind of, what's weird is because he's known for Full House, but he did have rather a potty mouth in his comedy.
Yeah, it was
like
interesting.
Stand-up comedy.
Well, that's always shocking, though. You know, you have the wholesome actor. He's always the wholesome dad, and then all of a sudden you watch his comedy, and it's just littered with bad words. And
he had Dumb and Dumber. Did you see that movie, Dumb and Dumber?
No, I never saw that one.
There's a scene in there where he drops
really
the 4-letter S word.
Well, that was for me
500.
Growing up with Robin Williams. Absolutely loving him. All the kid roles that he was in, iconic, and then finding out his comedy and listening to it, it's a shocker.
Yeah, it would. I remember one time I saw something on YouTube. Like, look at Bob Saget. One of his stand-up comedies. Like, turn it on. I'm like, oh gosh, he sounds worse than Eddie Murphy. I'm like, oh, turn it off.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, speaking of death, we dearly miss and we will always remember Kelly Stevens. If you don't know him, he was such an amazing man, a.k.a. Luckily Shepins, Kelly Stevens. But this would have been right up his alley, Funko Pro Greg Walden. I found this CNN report. Taco Bell is selling a $10 monthly taco subscription.
Nice.
What?
How about this? Let me read just a piece of this for you. For $10 a month, Taco Bell customers can get one taco per day for 30 consecutive days. The national program called the Taco Lovers Pass is available to purchase beginning Thursday.
Is a bargain.
It is a bargain for members of its rewards program and have downloaded the Taco Bell app.
Are you listening, Michelle?
A variety of tacos are included in the subscription, including a soft taco, spicy potato, soft taco, crunchy tacos, and it's Doritos tacos.
The Doritos tacos on there?
Yes. Once a customer subscribes to it, a special section within the app is unlocked and customers can add a taco to their cart during the checkout process. Taco Bell tested the program in September 2021 in Tucson, Arizona. The chain experimented with a price point between $5 to $10 and said in a release that it grew its reward program by 20%.
So it requires you to buy something else, though.
Sounds like it. That's why I was trying to get to the end of this article here. Subscription services are more common for streaming, but restaurants have also experimented with them. This week, Sweetgreen announced a $10 discount program that lets customers get $3 each per month. So Panera, chick restaurant.
Oh, wow.
Who's talking to us?
I know. I think it's your computer or something. I don't know. That's weird.
Okay. So anyway, check that out if you want to. $10 a month for taco subscription. How about that? I'm getting sick of all these subscription-based services.
I don't know. Because you have to, I feel like it would be a deal if you could just go in and just get your taco.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have to buy or purchase something else, that doesn't.
Well, let me give an example. So I use the McDonald's app quite a bit for like a coffee, hot chocolate, breakfast burrito, pretty much. Okay? Right. Every once in a while lunch, but the rewards app is fairly good. Then you build up points.
And then you get free stuff.
Yeah, so, and it's pretty good. Well, they did a Mariah Carey thing, Mariah Carey's McDonald's menu. And it's like every day they're like, oh, go get this free. And so the first day I went it's like, it's free sausage McMuffin.
Right.
With egg. I was like, what? So I went over that and I'm like, I'll have that. Here's my app code. Okay. And what else would you like, sir? Nothing. Just that. That's why I want the free sausage McMuffin with egg. Well, you have to buy something, at least something with it.
Oh, wow.
So I was
Water.
like, hey,
Keep
I
buying
did-
water.
Yeah.
Give me
So-
that cookie over there.
But good thing for McDonald's, they have the dollar drink. So, hey, I got a dollar drink, large drink, and sausage
Sandwich.
McMuffin with egg for,
okay.
that's worth it. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe
I
it's
don't
something
know.
like that.
I don't know. It definitely see the thing is that you think it's a good deal, but the reality of it is that you're going there every day and spending
Yeah.
$3, $4, maybe $5, and then getting your free taco. It's not really that much of a deal.
Yeah. I wonder how much it actually costs them to make a taco. You know, if you ever.
Yeah.
All right, a couple more for me. I'll bounce it over to you guys. Staying on the theme of eating food, I do love pizza, probably pizza wing steak. That'd probably be my top 3 all-time foods.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you this piece of advice from you guys. What is your preferred way of reheating pizza?
Oven.
I don't. I just eat it cold.
Actually, I take that back. Pizzazz. I used to have a pizzazz. I don't have one anymore, but that is the best way to reheat pizza
Okay.
by far.
All right, article here, it said 4 ways of reheating your pizza. I actually do not like the oven whatsoever. I don't know why.
Really?
But they said in this article, they said the worst is microwaving.
It
which
is.
comes no surprise. The microwaving pizza was the worst option on this list. At only 40 seconds on high, our leftover slice turned into a bubbling, limp
gelatinous
triangle with soggy crust. Okay.
But majority of people probably
I
reheat
nuke
pizza. Yeah.
I nuke it.
That's probably
Yeah.
the most used is the microwave because it's most convenient, but it is the worst way to reheat pizza. I agree.
Well, like I subscribe to this YouTube channel called Sous Vide Everything. His basically his opinion of the microwave is it's only good to heat up water or butter. That's it. Everything else, no.
I can't
Use
imagine
microwave.
the process you have for reheating your pizza.
sure it's.
I don't heat.
You
I eat
probably
mine cold.
Bought some special $1,000 machine.
Yeah.
No, actually-
online that's supposed to.
Actually, I eat mine cold. I like it straight out the fridge cold.
Straight colds.
Okay.
cold
They said the just okay. They said baking in the oven. We wrapped our slice in aluminum foil, stuck it in the oven for 5 minutes at 450 degrees. While it certainly yielded a crispy outcome, we felt like it simply didn't stack up to air frying or stovetop.
Ooh, air frying. That's a good idea.
They said the most consistent was air frying. Is there anything an air fryer can't do? I don't know. I don't really have one, I don't think. Apparently not, especially when it comes to pizza. Go ahead, Terry.
I do have an air fryer.
Okay.
You know, I feel like that's sous vide is kind of the top, like put your pinky up, sophisticated way
Yeah.
to recook food or cook food.
It's a long
And
slow.
right below sous vide, I feel is an air fryer.
Okay.
And so we make fun of people that have air fryers, like they think they're better than everybody. And then I got one, but it was given to me. So
Yeah. Do you have an air fryer?
My wife's got one.
we knew
Oh,
it.
back to Michelle. Back to Michelle. Always Michelle's fault. Okay, they said the best on this article, cooking in a pan on the stovetop. This may be the most labor intensive of the lot, but the pizza outcome was bar none the best of the bunch. Today Food actually tested this method years ago and it still holds up. Simply place your slices in a nonstick frying pan on medium-low heat for a couple of minutes until the bottom is golden brown and crispy. Next, place 2 drops of water into the pan away from the pizza. Reduce the heat to low and cover the pan for a minute. The steam will help melt the cheese uniformly.
I have done that.
Okay.
I have done that.
Was it amazing or?
I mean,
I'm going to stick with the microwave.
it really depends on. Honestly, it depends on how much pizza I'm reheating.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If I'm gonna reheat a whole pizza, which actually I did this last night. Funny enough.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
just
like the Lord wanted us to talk
yeah,
about.
exactly. I put it on the pizza pan, and I threw it in the oven because we had basically a whole pizza that we had to reheat. So I got kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. It was
Okay.
good.
There
And
you
I
go.
feel like it could vary depending on where you get your pizza from too. Because it was
Yes.
it was
Yes.
it was Pizza
There you
Hut.
go.
It was Pizza Hut pizza, their pan pizza, which
Okay.
I feel like the crust just cooked up real good in the oven. So
Okay.
I don't know. It depends.
You let us know, guys. What's your preferred method of reheating the pizza? You know, reaction DM, something like that. Let us know. Give us your advice. 2 other quick ones. I won't spend amount of time on this, but I found it interesting that Michael Jordan, guess how much he makes on each shoe that he sells?
$12.
$12 is correct.
Yes.
$12. Wow.
Did you already read this article or what?
No, I'm just an expert on Mike Jordan.
Okay, $12 per
I told you
shoe,
he's the GOAT. I know.
and he still
everything.
makes $150 million. Some people
Yeah.
thought that was a little low, but geez,
Yeah.
$12 per shoe, and he's selling millions per year. So
Yeah.
just on shoes alone, again, that's the sole place he's the GOAT on shoes.
I-
Nothing else.
I
Just
have
the GOAT.
to retract my previous statement. I did read that article.
All right, and then finally, the last one that I had here, end on a bad note. Bad news, everyone. Okay, very, very, extremely bad news. I don't even know if we have a sound effect that could describe the bad news.
GoPro's going out of business.
Where did I okay, here we go. Tesla yanks 2022 Cybertruck production deadline from its website.
Oh,
So the bad news is it doesn't look like the Cybertruck is going to be coming to us in 2022. They list COVID. They list
As
some
if
other reasons.
2022 could get any. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So the company sought to focus on the Model Y. So that seems like they're going to focus on that. So, yeah, there's not an official word from Tesla, but they took it off the website, and it looks like not coming in 2022. So we're going to have to all drive a Ford Lightning electric truck now.
Yeah. Well,
You still got your you still got your Honda or that car you got there.
Well, it is what it is. I think I saw an article where Elon was talking about it and talking about how difficult it is to set up a production for a new vehicle.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's not an easy task.
I was watching, it's from 2 years ago, but his MKBHD in his interview with Elon, and he was talking, the two words he's using was scaling. And, basically it's like the reason, they want to make an even cheaper
Right.
Tesla at some point.
Right. Well, it's
production. It's the volume and production and all those kind of things. They're just not at that scale of.
Let's get into this
Ford
discussion
and
though, and how and all the haters that hate on Tesla. I've seen a lot of reviews on Tesla talking about how like, oh, look how flimsy this is, and look how this gap here, and it could it's Tesla. It's supposed to be like this premium product. It's like, no, that's not the point of Tesla. The whole point of Tesla is to make it an electric vehicle affordable to the public.
Yes. Yep.
To propel us forward. It's not meant to be a luxury sedan, right? And I think that's the way that people view it as this status symbol. But that's not what that's not what Elon set out to do. Elon set out to make an affordable electric vehicle.
Yeah, it's very simple. If you only sell 1,000 of items of one product, you have to charge X amount.
Right.
If you can sell 1 million of that exact same product, that company will be able to sell it for cheaper.
Right.
That is the goal. So what has happened with Tesla? Tesla started out as a $100,000, $150,000 car, and now you can buy one for $40,000.
Right. Which is right
in just a short amount of time.
Which is right there with other vehicles in the same market. So, to me, the value's there.
Yes.
But I'm just not going to buy it until it's cheaper. And they are. And the cool thing is too, is there's a shuttle company out in California. I was reading an article. This is like a year or two ago, where they made the decision. So usually those shuttle companies will buy cars, run them to 100,000, and then it's just not cost effective for them anymore to run them past 100,000. So you start to get into maintenance issues. So what they made the decision, they're like, okay, we're going to spend a little bit more on Teslas and see if it's worth it versus buying a car and getting rid of it after 100,000. And their Teslas are making it to 300,000 miles. Wow. They're making it to 300,000 miles with the gas savings. They said it's worth it. So a Tesla is able to reach that 300,000 mile mark and have minimal maintenance issues. Like, I'm sold. I'm a Honda guy, and Toyota guy, because they'll reach it to 300 to 400,000 miles before you have to get rid of them, right? And that's where the value is for me.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. One thing about the internal combustion engines and stuff like that, all those moving parts, they wear out. You can take the best care of it. Eventually, they're going to wear out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, how much a new engine, a new engine runs you about $6,000-$7,000 for an engine and tranny, run you about $4,000, $5,000. So you eliminate that. You still have some moving parts, but the least amount of moving parts you have, it's going to be more reliable.
Right. Yeah, and I think in that article they said that the one major thing that they did have, that they had one vehicle where one of the motors went out, because I think it's got three motors it's got in it?
You can get a single, dual, or tri.
Single, dual, yeah.
Now, so, I think I don't know for sure. I know on the Cybertruck there's single, dual, tri.
Okay.
I don't know how that works on the cars for sure.
So one of the motors for one of the wheels went out, and they had to replace it, and it still ended up being more cost effective to have Teslas rather than getting a combustion car.
And for the electric vehicle industry altogether, the main issue I would see with the whole industry is actually the lithium ion, we're getting mining all that lithium ion to produce all the batteries and replace all the batteries.
Well, I think that's a mistake that everybody makes about electric vehicles and everything anyway, because everybody thinks like, oh, I'm going to get an electric vehicle, I'm not going to have the emissions. It's like, okay, well, it still takes electric. You still have the batteries. There's that toxic waste from lithium batteries, so
to be truly green, okay, you're going to have to not use electricity.
Yeah, you're going to have to walk.
And walk.
Or ride a horse.
Get a Fred
even
Flintstone.
the bike, even if you got a bike, imagine all that it took to make the bike.
Not only that, but you have to get rid of your rubber tires. So even walking, you need shoes.
That's right.
So if you want to be truly green,
and you have to kill animals,
you have to walk and with no shoes.
Go back to get the Fred Flintstone, the two big stone wheels and the wood frame and yabba dabba do.
Yeah.
So Funko Pro Greg Walden, let's make a list here. You need the Ford F-150 Lightning truck, and you need an electric bicycle.
Yeah. Well,
putting you in between the two, $60,000 there or something like that.
Yeah, just chump change.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
Yeah. Come on, Joe.
Yeah,
buddy.
All right, bouncing over to the fat guy over there, Big Ben.
Let's not start that. All right,
the fat guy. That's your new.
Let's go to some.
You're so large. I mean, compared to Funko Pro Greg Walden, you're just big.
I mean, it's in the name, man. It's in the name. No, let's jump over to some football.
Sorry, fat shaming's bad. Tesla shaming's bad.
Yes,
now
exactly. All right, football news. How's everybody feeling about the current playoff picture? Everybody watched the games. I caught a couple instances of the Chiefs game, and so
gonna hold tight with my prediction: Packers, Chiefs, Super Bowl.
Actually, one of the NFL analysts actually predicted the Chiefs and Packers.
Yeah. I don't know that. I just don't like Aaron Rodgers. I really
He's
don't.
He's gotten weirder.
I really don't like Aaron Rodgers. I really don't. But did you see Tom Brady? I know all of our favorite quarterback.
TB12.
Listen, I used to be a Tom Brady hater until the Atlanta game, the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then watching him come back from that deficit and win that game, I was like, okay. I mean, step aside Peyton Manning. I guess Tom Brady
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. Absolutely. But did you see what he did this last week?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yep.
He first of all, I will state that he got over 5,000 yards this season passing, which is impressive.
Impressive. And for a 44-year-old man.
For a 44-year-old man, that's pretty awesome. And that might be a personal best, actually. I can't remember. Anyway, did you see what he did for Gronk?
Yeah, he stayed in the game past. I guess he was ordered to get out, and he's like, "No, I'm not leaving until he gets his."
They told him to sit on the bench, and he told them no, because Gronk had one more catch. I think one more catch that he had to make to get $1 million, and Tom Brady pulled through for Gronk.
Awesome.
And passed in the ball, and Gronk got $1 million. I wonder how much Tom Brady is actually gonna.
I'll take you out to dinner. I'll take you out to Salt Bay tonight.
Yeah, it's like, come on, here, Tom. But I don't know. Are you a big fan of Gronkowski?
He's a good tight end. He's a really good tight end.
You know, he's had some connections with pro wrestling, which I stay connected with.
Okay.
And he was a total wiener on pro wrestling.
I cannot. Yeah. I don't like him.
He is a meathead. I think he'd even admit that. He's got that meathead kind of jock.
He's just not
personality.
I think his personal life too. I've seen some stuff and some parties and just a wild man, and I just don't. And his attitude. I don't care for his attitude. But anyway,
God bless you, Gronk. It's we don't know you personally, so we're not going to,
All right. I figured we could go through the first playoff week games and decide which ones we think who's going to win.
Oh, okay, go
shoot.
All right, I know which one you're going to pick on this one already. Chiefs and Steelers.
Chiefs.
Gosh,
I say that's going to be close though, because it's been Big Ben.
Yep.
Big Ben.
They considered they're thinking this is his last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think he's going to retire.
And he's also known for being overweight himself, so I think some connections. I think there's some connections there.
Symbiotic twins, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not as tall as he is.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's super
I say it's going to be a close game. I will go with the Chiefs by 6 points. I say 6.
Chiefs by 6?
They'll win by 6.
I'm going to say Chiefs by 3.
I won't call it the score by, so I'll say Chiefs by 6.
Chiefs by 3.
Just to create some conflict, I'm going to root for the Steelers.
Steelers used to playing in cold weather, outdoor stadium, so they'll be used to that. They're not an indoor
Kansas
team.
City's kind of cold
Big
too.
Ben's last season, cold. I think they'll play, inspired.
And the Chiefs and,
I would
and
like
the
to
Steelers
see-
and the Steelers have bit the Chiefs before.
I would like to see an upset.
Okay.
Next game, Bills, Patriots.
Ooh.
I'm picking the Patriots.
I'm going to pick the Patriots as well. I believe the Bills have home field advantage, though, there in that game, correct?
Yes.
They're the higher seed, so they have home field advantage. But I think Josh Allen, which is their quarterback, I don't think he's quite ready to assume
You don't think so? I don't know. I
the
think
role of
I'm going to go with Bills.
Bills.
I think I'm going to
Taking
go
the
with
Bills. I think that one will be close as well. I'm sure the over-under on that one's got to be 3-6 as well. I'm going to take the Patriots by 7.
Okay.
I'll go with
Mac Jones had a
Patriot
horrible
by
game,
7.
though. Mac Jones had a horrible game.
Yeah.
Getting buried this morning on many sports outlets. So.
Oh, yeah. What about Bengals and Raiders? This is a 4th and 5th seed.
I think that's the, what do we want to call the dark horse, if you will?
Is the
The
Bengals?
Cincinnati Bengals. Hot right
Yeah.
now. Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I think Bengals are going to come through.
Yeah.
Bengals by 15.
I mean, Raiders just sneaked by this last week.
They're going to be at home. They're the higher seed as well. The crowd's going to be hyped.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Burrow, here we go. Bengals.
Bengals.
Okay. And then this bracket gets kind of weird, honestly. I'll just go. It kind of mixes up. I'm assuming whoever wins, whoever's the higher seed or the lowest seed will play against the Titans. Is that how that works? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, whoever's
the lower seed
then,
goes into.
Yeah,
so,
bounces over.
So that's up in the air where the next one's going.
Which would be the Bengals, right? Isn't it the Bengals, Raiders? That's the...
So your Bengals, Raiders is 4th, yeah. See, if Patriots win,
it's Patriots,
are
Bills.
6th.
Yeah, there you go. So it's Patriots, Bills, winner will play.
Yeah. So that's still up in the air.
Titans.
All right, let's go over to
Tennessee Titans, just making a quick note. They're don't have all these like big name people like a Brady and Gronk, but I'm watching them yesterday. They're just solid.
Yeah.
They're like this solid team.
Right.
Even Tannehill is not this amazing quarterback.
But that stands to
right throws.
If you like, let's bring Tom Brady back in the picture. The whole time Tom Brady was with the Patriots, he took less money than he deserved per NFL standards, right?
Yeah.
But in doing that, he was able to bring a lot of good people around him.
Yeah.
And I think that attributes to some of his success. So
absolutely. Yep.
with Tennessee Titans, maybe there's not like a outstanding single person, but maybe it brought that cap down, and you're able to get more, consistent players.
Look at that Patrick Henry. He's a beast.
And he hasn't played. Keep in mind he's been out, but supposedly he's supposed to be back for the playoffs. So
yeah, he's a
he
beast.
has not played the last several 3 to 5 games. I'm not exact on that.
So all right, let's go over to the NFC game: Buccaneers versus the Eagles. I think
Buccaneers.
Bucks are gonna take that easy. Just because I hate the Eagles. And then let's see here: Cowboys and 49ers.
Cowboys.
I think the Cowboys.
I'm going 49ers on that one.
You
Number
are.
one, I do hate I fully confess I hate the Cowboys. But did you watch the Niners?
I didn't.
Okay,
I did not.
I don't know. It all rides on Jimmy G,
Yeah.
porn star Jimmy G, as some call him on ESPN. But Jimmy G is going to be the big factor. But they looked exceptional, and I'm taking them with the win.
Okay.
I'll take them by a field goal.
I'm not going to pay attention until unless if the
Why would I hate?
and
So
if
the Cowboys.
if the Cowboys
Yeah.
get into the NFC Championship game, I'll pay attention. I'll pull out that Jason Witten jersey. Listen, I was a diehard fan. I mean, you remember me in Utah. I mean, I wore that Jason Witten jersey every Sunday, and
It was awkward.
They just constantly break my heart. So after
And look at where your spiritual life was in correlation with that back in the
okay,
I
I'll
think you
take
even
that.
potentially weighed more than you did now. No, just
Man. Poor Ben.
It's
Feel
okay,
bad for you, brother.
I can take it. I've got thick skin.
It's
Anyway,
all on Pastor Rachel. Okay.
last game is the Rams and the Cardinals.
Ooh.
That's the one
That's
right
the
there.
fourth and fifth
That's
seed.
the one.
Yeah,
Because
That's a flip a coin.
they're both limping into
Yeah.
the playoffs as we speak right now. They're
Yeah.
literally limping right now.
I'm gonna pick Cardinals just for craps and giggles.
yeah.
The home game is it's at LA because LA's got the better record, right? Better
Right.
seed, so it'll be at LA, SoFi Stadium, the new stadium.
Who knows?
I can't remember if Kyler Murray's still dinged up or not. The Cardinals quarterback.
I didn't look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then of course you got Packers with a bye week, which, in my opinion,
I'm going Cardinals. I'm going to go Cardinals. My bold prediction.
In my opinion, I think a bye week with the playoffs is a bad thing.
It's a bad thing. I
think
agree.
it's terrible. It's messed up the Cowboys several times.
But they've always had a bye week though. That's not new. The bye week in the playoffs.
Well, this season's new because only one team gets it. This is,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But they have had a bye in the past. But this
Right.
is we're only the one team gets it.
I think it's a bad thing, in my opinion. But I hate the Packers. I hate the Packers so much. There's a storied past with the Packers and the Cowboys in the playoffs. There have been 2 years with 2 touchdowns by the same receiver that has been called back. He caught the ball in the end zone and placed the ball on the ground, and they called it. They said he didn't make a football move. Twice.
I think Jerry Jones, if he was smart, would just start his own league.
Yeah.
And have all sucky teams so he
that-
could win the championship and feel better about himself. That's what he should do.
That's terrible. He's got the money to do it, though.
Okay.
But
NFL talk.
That's the NFL where it stands today. We'll see.
Okay, bouncing over to you, Funko Pro. Do you have anything to add to that? We got to get to some spiritual talk here.
Just real quick. I thought I'd think about my wife today, since we also got a female audience. Our lady listeners.
Yeah.
We know, women tend to like kitty cats. So just kind of get some good news for y'all that there's an app that y'all can download on your phone to see if your kitty cat is happy.
I don't care.
And my wife is probably downloading it right now as we speak.
I'm not a fan of cats. I like their personality. I just can't. The letterbox. I can't do the letterbox. But
yeah, the litter box does stink. I mean, especially you got 3 cats like what my wife's got.
So it just does like some facial recognition with the cat.
No, it's let's see. Cat owners who love to take pictures of their furry friends now have a new excuse. It says has a development app. Yeah, uses the camera to tell whether a feline is feeling pain. So it looks at the ear and head position, eye narrowing, muzzle tension, and how whiskers change to detect distress. So you can.
Wow.
So, is your cat happy or is it ticked off at you? And
I don't.
I think we should have just muted your mic like 5 minutes ago. There. I'm very mean today. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. But that's for our lady audience. Which you
brought
need,
the lady audience thing up.
As much as you don't want to admit this, you need to make this announcement. You need to put it out there and let all the listeners and Funko Pro Greg Walden know what happened this last week. Do you know what I'm talking about? With our listenership.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So we now have, analytics would show us that our audience is 49% male, 47% female. Yay.
It is so close.
We are heading towards, just doing a female show pretty soon. So, it looks like.
So Greg Walden very appropriately gave us a cat story.
But I don't know. Yeah. Like women love dogs too and all sorts of animals. So.
Yeah, I mean, but I know that in our society we think
don't
cats.
You remember Britney Spears with the snake back in the day?
I think everybody tried to forget that era.
Yeah.
All right, spiritual talk, guys. Bouncing over to you. We've been at our local church. We're talking about going through the Bible, reading the whole Bible. I'm just kind of interested as you guys are in the Word as you begin a new year. I don't know if you've accepted that challenge or not, but some things that God's speaking to you as you start the journey of reading through God's Word. Funko Pro, let's go back to you. Did you accept the challenge?
Yeah, I'm a few days behind, but I did start on it. I need to catch back up again, but I know I've also been doing my own. I also been working on some other stuff, inspirational stuff. Like last week, I was working on the subject of grab the boat, type thing. And I was thinking, I'm actually writing a book. I'm trying to write a book.
Yes,
awesome.
Which is going to be called?
I haven't thought of a title yet, so I'm kind of tossed around some different titles. But
okay,
as I ponder on biblical things, I guess get an inspiration and I go write a chapter on it, and then just kind of do it. Eventually, I'll have everything done. But the last week, and I'm kind of maybe a sneak peek, but the idea of grabbing the boat, where, now even during the night, I had a dream, and I was thinking of a painting or something. I told you about it, where you have, you think about the Titanic. Somebody in the, in the water, like they're like, obviously they're in the water and they're in distress. Then you have a guy on the ship tossing a
Lifeboat.
life raft at you. Just kind of grab the life raft, grab the life raft. So I mean, obviously Jesus is our life raft of our salvation. But then on the other hand, you have the devil tossing his own, but his life rafts have chains with weights under the water, but you don't see the weight. You don't see the chain that's under those things, like you say, money, pleasure, all these different things that we're drawn away from God with, that are appealing to our sinful flesh. And he's throwing those things out at you. He said, grab this, and then as soon as you grab it, it sucks you under and to destruction. And so so you have two battling forces that are say grab choose life. The other one's basically saying choose death. And then we also know that the Bible says wide is the way that leads to destruction. Many go therein, few. So you can just picture most people grabbing onto the devil's stuff and going down. You have a few people grabbing onto the Jesus and getting life. So I've been kind of doing that analogy and thinking on that subject there.
And that's a good, going back to the Titanic. It's kind of you can connect the dots there as far as the Titanic was this unsinkable ship that's so amazing, and it was based on wealth and beauty and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of the picture that the enemy paints out for us as well in this life, right? That when we chase money and the things of this world, that they're unsinkable, that, that we're immune to everything else. And it, that, and what did the builder, didn't you say even God couldn't sink the ship? Couldn't sink the ship.
Don't tempt me, bro.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of what the world pitches to us day by day, is like the beauty and splendor of this world. And that if we give ourselves to it, it's going to be so fulfilling and so pleasurable and so life fulfilling, but it's going to leave us empty in the end.
Yeah, it's just an illusion. It's like if you play the game Portal, it's like the cake.
Yeah,
it's a lie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going through Genesis, and I sat down with the youth this last week, and just trying to get them to grasp. We started through the creation story, and get them to grasp what we were created to do and what we were created for, and that's relationship with God, and obviously now sharing Christ with others. And in realizing that and that we need to have relationship with God, when we don't have relationship with God, aka what the world's doing, it brings an emptiness inside, right? And I think it said a lot. It's the God-shaped hole inside, right? You got a God-shaped hole, and only God can fill it. Well, when you're not filling that hole with God, you're filling that hole with synthetic forms of God, which could come in the forms of alcohol, smoking, drugs, sex, relationships, football, pornography, video games, who knows, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Tesla, doesn't matter. When you're filling it with that synthetic form of God, it doesn't satisfy. It might satisfy for some time, but then you need to find another synthetic God, right?
Yep.
And in doing that, in that constant search for purpose in life, there's the emptiness that's inside, and that's what the world feels. And getting the youth to grasp that, that's a God-shaped hole. And if you have Jesus inside of you, then, you need to take that to your friends. Be like, listen, this is why you have all this anxiety and stress and depression and anxiety. This is why you feel like you don't have any meaning in life. This is why you're considering suicide, is because you're searching for purpose. You're searching for meaning. And that meaning is a relationship with God, your relationship with Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And you'll never be satisfied on this earth until you satisfy that and you fill that hole with God.
Yeah, because it can only be filled with God. God designed it where he could only, it's like the puzzle. He's the only piece that can fit that puzzle. If you try to put another piece in there, it's not going to fit.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is too, is that even as Christians, we might know that, but instead of in moments, instead of going to God, and I do it, pretty much everybody does it.
Yes.
To cope with whatever you're going through, to cope with a frustrating situation, deaths in the family, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you're trying to deal with, when your immediate reaction is to go to your phone or to go to video games or whatever it be, you're supposed to turn to God in those moments, right? And then in the extreme cases, and it happens a lot too, you turn to. I've got some Christian friends that they turn to alcohol and smoking and some marijuana and all these things. It's like, it's not necessarily they don't believe in God, they don't love God, and it's like, okay, you're over here and you say that you're stressed, depressed, you have anxiety and depression and suicidal thoughts, and your response to that is to go in and drink alcohol. Okay, then it's to smoke, then it's to smoke marijuana. I was like, what is your real problem? It's your stress, anxiety, and depression, all these things that you have to take care of, that you need to work on. But now you have to work through your addiction to marijuana. You have to work through your addiction with smoking and drinking now before you can even get to the root problem.
Yeah.
Right. So just be careful out there, and and in those situations, in those stressful times and depression, turn to God.
And a lot of times people don't think. I mean, I've seen situations where, we turn to our flesh to solve our problems, and you basically turn to sin, and don't realize sin only deepens the problem that you're already in.
And that's us leaning into our own understanding, and we do it naturally. We try to understand things from a flesh perspective, and we're not supposed to do that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I've been getting.
We forgot to mention Elon Musk got saved last week.
Oh, I don't know if he technically got saved. He didn't make a full commitment. It was half-hearted.
Yeah.
I saw a video on YouTube this morning with someone actually had his title, "Did Elon Musk become a Christian?"
Yeah. I think the beauty of that video, which, going back to talking about reading the Bible as men of God, men and women of God in the year 2022, is one of the fascinating parts of that video is like, Elon Musk didn't have a lot of strong opposition to Jesus and who God is in that video, in that short video, but he has a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And, he was almost, from his testimony and story, from what I gathered, watching it a couple times, is he was discouraged from asking those questions. And that's the beauty of the Bible, is like we can get into the Bible and God's word and ask questions and open our hearts to it. And, like every time I read through Genesis, this doesn't ruin my belief in God. I'm like, every time I read through Genesis, I'm like, what were you doing before Genesis 1?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a question that we all ask. And I feel like that's one of those things where you just kind of have to just accept and just be like, it's not for my little pea brain human mind to understand that, beyond.
Yeah. I'm sure he was doing stuff, he's God, he's, it's just amazing, probably mind blowing to even think, if he even gave you a glimpse of what he was doing even before or whatever,
Yeah. There was life before GoPro 1.
Another thing
film.
Another thing I told the youth and trying to get to, you always, as a youth pastor, you're always trying to get visuals and understandings. And the way that I kind of shaped it for them was like, just imagine a video game. You're creating a video game, right? And you have this blank black space that there's nothing before, you start making that video game and shaping it. All right. You make your world, right? You form your world. Then you start going in and coding. All right. I want the oceans on this world to go to this point, right?
Minecraft.
It's like all this code that you're writing is the laws of nature that God wrote for the earth. And going through him and giving him a creative, idea, like it's not without, it's not impossible for this, right? Mm-hmm. It's like we are literally currently and talking about the metaverse.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It makes
it's a great time to talk about God. It is a great time
it's
to
amazing
talk about
because all these people that are like, there's no way God created everything. There's no creator. It's like, and we are these same people are literally, doing basically what God did, right? Mimicking, almost in a sense, in creating this own world. Let's think about Mark Zuckerberg, right? Is creating a world, right? And in my opinion, it's just like mimicking what God has already done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Crazy. Well, guys, it's a new year. It's a new time to pursue God, to get into God's word, to chase him like you've never chased him before. God already has things for you if you will pursue them this year. And so we encourage you to do that, guys. Thank you. Look forward to a great weekend of worshiping Jesus, a great week of worshiping Jesus, serving Jesus, football, all kinds of great stuff. We're going to be back with you next week. New song, I promise. Modern Christian Dudes talking news, sports, and God. We'll talk to you next time.
God bless.
God bless.